What will it take for you to feel safe to start visiting your favorite restaurant again? Today, almost everyone in the world is unsafe from the coronavirus. And moving forward, businesses you visit will be under pressure to take measures against the current virus and potential future outbreaks. That's every business in the world that has areas that people, be it customers or staff, congregate. How do we get business doors open again ethically while in the middle of a pandemic? My name is Jonathan Eaton. I'm a small business owner and information technology consultant. I've been designing and implementing network security for most of my professional career. And I feel strongly we need to start talking about a kind of firewall, not one for hackers, but one for the coronavirus. I really want to get a place where I can take my family into a safe zone, a place where we can let our guard down and feel 100% safe that we're not going to be spreading nor contracting the virus. This is a very simple diagram, and I just put this up here so we could start talking about this and kind of get the juices flowing. We have the public space here. You can kind of think of this as the internet. It's a big bad world out there. We can't really trust anything right now in the public space. There's viruses all over the place. There's people that are infected with the virus that might be sick, but there's also people that are asymptomatic and they seem happy. They're not coughing. They don't even have a fever, but they're still carrying this coronavirus. So that means the public spaces, it's hard to trust anybody. In fact, we really can't. Safe zone represents your venue. It could be a restaurant, it could be a sports venue, it could be a concert. How do we get 100% safe here in the safe zone from the big bad public space out here? We need to start talking about screening, and there's several different things that are starting to manifest right now around screening, and some I think are more effective than others. We've got masks, for instance, so you could just simply check that people are wearing masks as they come from the public space into your safe zone. How effective is that? It's certainly better than doing nothing. Temperature. So you can take people's temperature. There's devices out there you can get now that will look at people's faces and see if they're running a fever. How effective is that? Well, there's always this person that might pass that and might still get into your safe zone and spread the virus. Here's some couple interesting things that are starting to develop, and they're not nearly as easy as doing these other two things, and I think there's a lot of interesting conversation to be had around them, so I encourage everyone to comment. Antibodies, we can screen folks at a lab before they show up here, and perhaps they could be in a database that we can check against. And even more interesting, DNA testing. So we can have people spit into something, and there's a device now that was just FDA approved. It's a kind of a toaster-sized device it's able to give you a result if you have the coronavirus within 5 to 15 minutes. That's very interesting. Also creates a lot of questions. If people are queuing up to get screened and the result takes 5 minutes, what happens in the screening area? Are people congregating too much? Things like that. So I want to open up the door to discussion. I want folks to kind of weigh in a little bit and offer your thoughts. If you're a business owner, maybe you can relate this to your business and provide feedback, criticism, and ideas around this. SafeDoorsOpen.com is a place to gather information about these technologies and about legislation coming up around those things, so that you can have a single place to kind of dig into what's developing, and I'm hoping that together we can kind of navigate through this and figure out how we get back to being around people again safely and ethically.